Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Akana's 5 Steps to Generational Health and the importance of knowing your blood type. My name is Kayaetta Cooks, and I'll be your presenter this evening. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. Now, I want to ask you to do a few things. I would like for you to grab a pen and some paper. And as you hear this proven transformational information, I want you to write down names that come to mind that may need to hear this information. Now, if you're catching this live, it's Thursday, June 12th at 6 p.m. We also have a presentation on Saturday at 10 a.m., Sunday at 5 p.m., and then we have a live elevated experience at the Wellness Lounge at 411 East 35th Street, our headquarters on the south side of Chicago. So feel free to plug in and invite your loved ones. So without further ado, my name is Kayaetta Cooks. I'm a certified wellness coach with Akana, and Akana means in the hands of God. And that's exactly what I found myself in when I met Akana last year. When I met Akana last year, I was in trouble. I was dealing with a health crisis and didn't even know it. And so, as we talk about health crisis, let's talk about the health crisis that most people are ignoring, including myself. That's going to be heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and a shortened life. And when we look at how it has impacted the United States, heart disease is the number one leading killer in the United States, with cancer following right behind it, responsible for 600,000 deaths annually. And diabetes is a growing epidemic where they're saying that we are the first generation to give birth to children that will not live longer than us. And when you're talking about a shortened life, well, that could be a variety of things like poor poor health habits, right? Like smoking, drinking, stress, depression, right? Things that will shorten your life, violence, living in a violent environment. And so when we're looking at these four things, one of the things that we found to be a major cause when it comes to this issue is going to be the problem in the US that our CEO, Melissa Boston, has coined as chewicide. Simply put, we are digging our graves with our fork. Now, you might be saying, what do you mean by that, Kayaetta? Here's a perfect example where you see the original diet on the left-hand side of fruits and vegetables. Now, at one point in time, these were very nutritious to our body. They were healing foods to our body. Well, as time migrated and we needed to meet time's demand, the original diet turned into our new diet, which is filled with all kind of toxins and trans fat that over time will clog our arteries and infiltrate our bodies with tons of toxins. And because of that, we're looking at the silent killer. In fact, 2020, nearly 700,000 people died from cardiovascular disease, and about 1 in 5 heart attacks are silent, and the damage is done, but the person is not aware of it. And when we're looking at heart disease, there's an alarming number of our 14 to 19-year-olds that are showing as much as 40% of blocked arteries. And let me ask you a question. Do you know the significance of age 45 for African Americans? Well, I'll tell you, we are 2 times more likely to die from heart disease. So we're talking about dangerous levels of atherosclerosis. So this is an excellent picture of an example of a healthy artery where the beginning is at the optimal level. But over a period of time, those thin walls, whether they're outer or inner, the endothelium wall, they begin to thicken. And what starts to happen is plaque begins to build up. So where you had an optimal artery where blood had no restriction could flow in and out of the heart effectively and efficiently. Now you're looking at borderline health, a borderline artery. Then you're looking at, over a period of time, high dangerous level of atherosclerosis because plaque is consistently building up and the walls are consistently thickening. And before you know it, you are at a dangerous level where your arteries are completely blocked. And at 45, you're 2 times more likely to die from a heart disease. And therefore, our vision here at Akana is a world where everyone has access to the nutrition and resources they need to thrive, creating healthier, more resilient communities. And through personalized wellness for your blood type, breaking cycles of disease and poverty, empowering families to build a legacy of health and prosperity for generations to come. Now, when we look at the health crisis, we have to understand the 5 key reasons why these problems impact communities. The number one reason is going to be the lack of understanding blood types. And because of that, Akana is committed to have 1 million families learn their blood type. So when we're talking about blood types, there are 4 blood types that exist. There's blood type A, blood type B, blood type O, and blood type AB. And your blood type, whether it's ABO or AB, is a powerful genetic fingerprint that identifies you as surely as your DNA. And you are a blood type A, you are known as an agrarian, nature's vegetarians, where you are prone to digestive and heart issues. And red meat, shrimp, crab, lobster, and dairy can be especially harmful for you. They are naturally creative and inventive and require peace and harmony. Now, if you're a blood type B, you were originally known to be barbaric because you had to go and get it, right? But then you eventually, over a period of time, migrated to have a more balanced diet. So if you're a blood type B, they thrive on a diverse diet, right? But chicken, shrimp, crab, and lobster can disrupt your health. Now, blood type Bs have a more balanced immune and digestive system, and they are resilient, but tend to suffer from autoimmune diseases, IBS, and other issues. And if you're a blood type O, the oldest blood type, the most ancient blood type that exists, well, they thrive on a high protein diet. But catfish, pork, dairy, refined carbs, white wine, and gluten can cause significant issues. They have a strong immune and digestive system, and they tend to experience more ulcers, arthritis, and thyroid issues. And if you're blood type AB, like me, you're more complex and modern. You're the rarest blood type, blending traits of A and B blood types. And if you're an AB, you must balance the dietary restrictions of both types for optimal health. If you're a blood type O, you're a universal giver, which is what most people are know. If they know their blood type, that's the most that they know about their blood type. And if you're AB, guess what? You're a universal receiver. Did you know that? But did you also know that your blood type is the key to unlocking your body's nutritional blueprint? So take a look at this picture. And you see on the left-hand side, you see a slim fit woman and you see the arrows identifying circulation. That's a picture of her digestive system because she eats right for her blood type. See, there's nothing attacking her body, so therefore the body like it's supposed to. And on the right-hand side, young gentleman that clearly eating against his blood type. And why is that important? It's important because your blood type is the single most important determinant and your body interacts with the food you eat. And if those foods will cause inflammation, digestive problems, and or weight gain. And when we're talking about the impact of food, well, you might be saying, well, what's with that, right? Well, there's a thing called lectins, these ugly critters that are inside of food, and they attack our body. Now, our immune system is designed to protect us from lectins. So 95% of the lectins are sloughed off by the body naturally. However, 5% of those critters are filtered into the bloodstream. They react with and destroy red and white blood cells. So when we're talking about food that is against your works against your blood type, here's a sample avoid list. Now remember, one person's food is another person's poison. So, although this is just a sample list of foods considered toxic for the various blood type, I want you to know that you can find more information through the Four Blood Types, Four Diets, Eat Right for Your Blood Type book that was released in 1996 by Dr. Peter J. Diamo. So if you have not had the opportunity to read it or listen to the audio, please do so that you can learn more about you. Well, you might be saying, I don't know my blood type. Well, I am so glad that you are listening to this recording or you are here on live because if you're a blood type A, tomatoes, bananas, red meat, potatoes, and shrimp is toxic to your blood type. Blood type B, chicken, avocado, black beans, shrimp, crustaceans like lobster, and seafood, poison to you. And like O's, blood type O's, catfish, avocado, oranges. Yes, oranges. It's poison to a blood type O. White wine and cashews. And if you're AB like me, that has to balance the ABs. We're talking about chicken, bananas, black beans, avocados, and shrimp. Well, I was eating bananas every day because I was dealing with high blood pressure and I was taking high blood pressure medicine. And I was told that bananas is a way to get potassium in your body naturally. And avocados will help you lose weight. But guess what? To an AB, bananas and avocados is poisonous. So I was digging my grave with my fork. So learn your blood type? Absolutely. Why? Because it gives you the power to break the generational cycle of sickness and disease. So we want you to know by knowing your blood type and adhering to the blood type, the power is in your hands. The only question I have for you is what are you going to do with that information? So think about it. If they give you the wrong blood, it could kill you, no or yes. Well, think about this. If you eat the wrong food, it could be slowly killing you as well. So why are we just learning that food impacts our blood cells based on blood types? I'll tell you, if it isn't taught in medical school or created by big pharma, it isn't promoted in the United States. It's always been big business equals profits over people. So when you're looking at things like cigarettes that's highly promoted, highly advertised and marketed, and highly addictive, Do not tell you that it's highly related to cancer, clogged arteries, and all kinds of sicknesses and trans fats. They don't tell you, although it guarantees a longer shelf life and it makes food taste more delicious, that it is highly linked to heart disease and cancer and clogged arteries, heart attacks, and strokes, and 5G cell phones. Oh, yes, they advertise that you can have access anywhere, readily available, right? But do they tell you about the electromagnetic energy that is being transferred into your body linked with cancer, linked to cancer and genetically modified organisms? How hard is it to go into the grocery store and find fruit that has seeds in it? Everything now is being created in a lab to meet the fast demand. But rest assured, those things have an effect on our body because it's not natural. And milk does the body good, pass it on? Are they also telling you that it's passing on mucus and inflammation and all kinds of viruses, right? That causes illnesses. It's always been profits over people. In fact, you have countries that ban the very thing that we highly market. Well, you might be asking, what countries are those, Kayaetta? What countries adhere to the blood type philosophy? I'll tell you one country that does, Japan. I'll tell you what country does not, the United States. And how do we know? Because it's directly linked to the life expectancy. So when you're looking at the life expectancy in Japan, we're about an average of 84.6, 85 years of age for life expectancy for Japan, although they celebrate the most centennials, the most family members over 100 years old. However, when we get to the United States, we're at a whopping, disgusting, disappointing 50th place with the average of 6. And when you bring it on home into the African community, we're even less than that, 71.8 years old. Now get a load of this. The government has just increased the life expectancy for retirement. The requirement for retirement is now increased to 70 years old. So you mean to tell me I'll work for 30 to 40 years and retire at 70? I can draw down my benefits that I worked so hard for, only to possibly die at 72? You only have 1 year to enjoy your retirement. And I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound like anything that I would like to sign up. That's why Akana's 4 pillars are so important and critical to our community. Those 4 pillars is that we believe that everyone has a right to financial health, great, great health, financial wealth, legacy for all to come. That's our birthright. So we understand that by following the blood type diet, there's anecdotal evidence, despite them saying there isn't. There's anecdotal evidence of people's testimonies showing millions of people reporting positive improvements by adhering to the blood type practices. So you can protect yourself from common viruses and infections and take a stand against life-threatening diseases. You can achieve your ideal weight, slow the aging process down, in fact, reverse it, and cleanse your body of toxins and unhealthy fats. The second reason for the crisis that are at hand is going to be the dangerous levels of oxidation. See, researchers have finally identified one of the most important contributors to heart disease, wrinkles, cancer, arthritis, and many of the other programs. I'm sorry, problems associated with getting older, and that's going to be oxidation. What is the solution to that? It's going to be to add antioxidants to your diet. So fruits and vegetables are loaded with plant compounds called phytonutrients, which also have antioxidant abilities. So phytonutrients, get a load of this, have shown to disable cancer-causing substances as well. So do you mean, Kayaetta, that we can be proactive instead of reactive? Absolutely. The third reason for our health crisis, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and a shortened life, is going to be omega deficiencies. See, the lack of omega 3s cause six things at least: cardiovascular health, where there's an increased risk of heart attacks, strokes, and high blood pressure; cognitive decline, where there's an increase in a risk of depression, anxiety, Alzheimer's, and dementia. It also affects the chronic inflammation. It causes chronic inflammation, where it accelerates the progression of diabetes, arthritis, cancer, and autoimmune disease. And your metabolic health is compromised from a lack of omega 3s. And when it does that, it contributes to weight gain, obesity, and metabolic syndrome. Not to mention, it also contributes to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which can progress to liver cirrhosis or liver cancer. And immune function, absolutely. It weakens your immune function, making the body more susceptible to infections. And last but not least, your bone health is affected. It increases the osteoporosis, leading to fractures and a higher risk of complications, especially in older adults. Have you heard anything that related to you yet? Or anyone that you love and care about? Let's get into the fourth reason for heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and a shortened life. It's going to be an unhealthy gut. See, we understand that 70% of our immune system is in our gut, and our gut is actually called the microbiome. And when you have gut issues that arise, here's the reason why. Your diet must include improper food choices, and it lacks sufficient fiber, probiotics, and prebiotics. And when that happens, here are the signs that you have an unhealthy gut: digestive issues, weakened immune system, malabsorption, nutritional deficiencies, inflammation, skin problems, mental health challenges, weight management, hormonal imbalances, autoimmune conditions. Do you see how all of this is tied in together? And do you see how most people in our community are dealing with one out of five at least? Well, what is happening most likely is you're eating against your blood type. And then the fifth reason is going to be parasite invasion. See, where there is parasite invasions, it begins to have chronic infections and inflammation. You begin to deal with heart disease, diabetes, chronic fatigue, and autoimmune disorders. Parasites have been found even in autopsies. Why? Because parasites are invading our organs, our brain, our liver, and our lungs. And last but not least, our mental health. See, parasites, if untreated, if not just killed, but also removed, they travel into the brain. And when they do that, it causes depression, anxiety, and even schizophrenia. You know anyone that's dealing with that? Now, I know it just got real intense, right? I probably hit you in the gut. You probably heard some things and said, oh my goodness, wow. Well, my mom always told me that when you present a problem, you should also present a solution. So I knew it was so divine for me to connect with Akana when Akana sat with me and said, hey, we identified these problems, the crises that are plaguing our community, and we have identified some solutions for you. And that campaign, that solution campaign, is going to be 5 steps to generational health. Now, again, I'm going to ask you to think about this. We are looking for people to help spread to reach the million families. So as I share these solutions with you, I want you to make a decision that in some way, some shape, some form, you're going to help get this information out. Help us get this information out to your loved ones, your community, and across the world. Now, before I share the solutions, our product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information provided herein is for informational purposes only, and it is not intended as a substitute for advice from your physician or other healthcare professionals. If you are pregnant, nursing, taking medication, or have a medical condition, please consult with your healthcare provider before using any nutritional supplements. And of course, individual results may vary. At this Akana was founded by 4 African American women on the south side of Chicago, along with a medical advisory board. That is amazing. Our products are all organic, they're natural, and they're third-party tested. So you can rest assured that our results are amazing, and we stand 100% behind our solutions. So the number one solution is going to be, do you know your blood type? Why? Because your blood type is a more reliable measure of your identity than race, culture, or geography. It is a genetic blueprint for who you are and a guide to how you can live most healthfully. And solution number 2 is going to be, after you find out what your blood type is, you want to learn what's best for you. What foods are just for you according to your blood type. Why? Because food that heals one can harm another. So no or yes, your blood type does matter. Your food that you put in your body matters. Your health matters. And of course, your legacy matters. And then the third solution is going to be, it's not enough to get the knowledge to know what your blood type is. It's applied knowledge, right? It's identifying the foods and then doing what's important, which is bringing your body back into balance. How do you do that? We will show you how to do that through one of our programs, because you'll need to unclog the arteries, clean out the gut, cleanse the toxins out of your cells, and then refuel them. So you want to purchase the option that works best based on your goals. What is it that you need? So option number 1 is our blood type support kit. Now this kit includes herbal tea, nutrition, and optional testing for all blood types. It is designed to kickstart the cleansing of your blood and your colon. Now, in this kit, your blood kit comes with blood type test, bitters, detox meal plan, sample meal replacement called the fuel, and an individual digital blood type download. And it's all this for only $59.95. If you know your blood type, then you might want to consider option number 2. That saves you about $10, and that's $49.95. So you get everything in option number 1 except the blood type kit. But I can rest assure you, there's someone in your immediate family, parents, spouse, children, or even your family, friends outside, right? Someone does not know their blood type. So what we encourage you to do is pay it forward. So for $59.95, and also if you've never purchased with us before, you get a 10% off discount And you'll also get a 10% off the website if you order this week. Because for the month of May, sorry, for the month of June, for the first 2 weeks, you get 10% off. Now, let's get into the package. You want to first detoxify your blood cells. So the flat belly bitters are a powerful tool for a quick 4-day detox, primarily due to its impact on digestion and its liver function. So here's how it works. It's going to boost your digestion by stimulating the production of digestive enzymes, bile, and stomach acids, and those are essential. Then it's going to help you regulate your appetite and reduce cravings for unhealthy foods. And I don't know about you, but I know I certainly needed that help. It also supports the liver detoxification by filtering out the toxins from the blood. It also eliminates your fat-soluble toxins through the digestive system. Then it focuses on alkalizing the body and reducing inflammation. And of course, it improves your microbiome gut by promoting the growth of beneficial bacteria and prohibiting harmful bacteria. Then you have the to five key problems. I'm sorry, you have the flat belly fuel, which is the world's first product ever, and Akana created it right here. And you have the blood type support kit, the antioxidants, the omega fatty acids, the omega 3s, the gut health prebiotics, probiotics, and fiber, and the elimination of parasites. And you're going to get a sample of that in your package. Now, I'm not sure if I shared this in the beginning of the presentation, but Akana also allowed me the fortitude of having a bioscan.
You see?
Hello?
Hey, you on $1 billion?
Yeah, uh-huh.
I just tried to log in myself and it said waiting on the host to start the meet.
Hmm, that's weird. Because I'm on here.
And Naima said she got 3 people that's been trying to get on since 6 o'clock.
And nobody called?
Well, she just called me.
I
I guess they finally called her.
Yeah, I'm on here. I'm doing the presentation. I wonder why
Like, what link?
it's the $1 billion big link.
That's what I thought.
Hold on, let me try to log in myself. And I actually started recording the host has ended this meeting. Did they just end my meeting?
Oh, maybe that's what happened.
Because I'm in here. No. Oh, no, you know what? No, that's something else. I'm in here and with Akana's what's the name? And hold on.
The big link is the 888-0420 number.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm in here. I don't know why it's not letting y'all in.
Personal meeting room waiting for the host to start the meeting.
$1 billion. I was wondering why ain't nobody get on. But I was like, maybe they just all getting on the 6th. I don't know why it's doing that. Huh?
So you on there, but nobody else on there?
Yep.
Oh yeah. It says it's waiting on the host to start the meeting.
And look at this. I'm gonna show you.
Oh, I got Naima on the other line. I was supposed to merge y'all together.
Okay, yeah, merge her in. I don't know what.
Okay. Let me close this stuff. She driving in traffic, so
Okay, yeah, I don't know why. I'm gonna have to mention that to Melissa because
hold on.
okay.
Naima, you there? Yes, I'm here. Kayatta's on the phone.
Hey, Naima, how you doing? I'm good. I'm actually on here doing a presentation, but I actually stopped when he said the link is not I stopped recording. Oh yeah, no. I know. I already when he told me, I tried to do it too, and it's saying waiting for the host to start the meeting, but I don't know why it's doing that because I screen yeah, because I'm on here and I just stopped the presentation and I don't have time to redo it because the 7 o'clock and I could have kept going. I should have just kept going and sent out the recording, but now I done stopped it. It's messed up now. But what I'll do is I'll re-record this. Um, yeah, I'll re-record it and send that out so they can still watch it. But yeah, I'm in here right now. I actually got on like 10 minutes. I usually get on 30 minutes early, but I got on like 10 minutes early. But I'm looking, yeah. I'm sorry about that. And you had three guests getting on?
See, they've been texting me. I'm driving. My car has been on side. I was planning on logging in just to make sure, but I didn't even realize the time because I'm driving from Dallas to San Antonio.
I'll tell you, always driving somewhere. No, but yeah, and whenever that happens, reach out right away because we're very, very rarely is it you get on in that. But
Yeah, what you say, Ken? No, I was asking Casey as far as recommendations. I know you said you can finish recording and send it to them. Trying to think. Well, the next opportunity call is Saturday morning.
we can do one especially for them. If they're not going to get on the, huh?
Right, that's what I was about to ask.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely can do that. We can hop on mine. Because Akana will be using theirs at 7. So if they have time, I can just stop this and hop on mine and do it. Whatever, what if they ready to hop on now, we could just run it right now. Okay, that's fine. I'll let them know. Okay, I'm gonna. And then just send me the link. Okay. Okay, doke. Let them know. Okay. Okay, and we'll apologize for that. We'll work and figure out what happened. All right.
Thanks, Casey.
Yeah, thank you. I'm like, whoa. And I'm surprised nobody else hit my cell phone. Now they text me any other time. Yeah, ain't nobody. I didn't even know until I get all these text messages and was like, "Is it over? Is it too late for me to log in?" I'm like, "What is that?" So I wasn't getting no phone ringing because I'm driving, but the notifications for my text messages kept coming up. Yeah. Now look, I got people that be texting me while I'm doing the presentation. I'm like, "Now you on here? Why is you texting me?" That'll be me. Don't feel bad. That's gonna be me. But you knew, so that's okay. You knew, but these people been here for. So let me yeah, I don't know. I'll test that out a little later. But let's be solution focused. I got you. I'll send. Well, Ken, you got the links. You got my link, so send it to them, and then I'll just be on here. Let me know whoever hop on. We got them. Oh, no problem. Okay, I got it. I got it. All right. Okay, bye.